mubyeyi urifuza guteganyiriza umwana wawe ejo heza, gana mu mashuri ya apejerwa ariyo Lycée de Ruhango Ikirezi hamwe na Emeru Intwari. Muri Lycée de Ruhango Ikirezi tubafitiye amashami akurikira: Culinary Art cyangwa se ibijyanye n'ubutetsi, hari level 1, level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Food and Beverage Services tubafitiye level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Tubafitiye kandi accounting cyangwa se ibaruramari level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Tubafitiye n'ubukanishi bw'amamodoka mu byiciro bikurikira: Auto Engine Technology level 3, Auto Transmission and Control System Technology level 4, Automobile Transmission and Control System Technology level 5. Tubafitiye n'ubwubatsi Masonry level ya 3, level ya 4 ndetse na level ya 5. Tubafitiye Tourism ubukerarugendo level ya 3, iya 4 ndetse n'iya 5. Turabibutsa ko tubafitiye n'icyiciro rusange Tonkome. Naho muri Emeru Intwari tubafitiye amashami y'umwaka umwe akurikira: Automotive Technology ubukanishi bw'amamodoka level ya mbere, Hairdressing ubwiza no gutunganya umusatsi level ya mbere, Tailoring ubudozi level ya mbere, Masonry ubwubatsi level ya mbere. Muri aya mashuri yombi tubafitiye abarimu b'inzobere harimo n'abaturuka hanze y'igihugu. Tubafitiye kandi n'amacumbi y'abakobwa ndetse n'ay'abahungu. Abanyeshuri bacu bakora ingendo shuri mu gihugu ndetse no hanze yacu. Tubaha umwanya wo kwimenyereza umwuga mu bigo bijyanye n'ibyo biga. Dukorera kandi graduation abanyeshuri basoje amasomo yabo. Aya mashuri aherereye mu mujyi wa Ruhango hafi ya gare. Ku bindi bisobanuro mwaduhamagara kuri 0788366219 cyangwa se 0722356668. Mwanaduhamagara kandi kuri 0788366213 cyangwa se 0788202285. Mwanadusura kuri website y'ishuri www.apejerwa.ac.rw. Umurimo ukozwe neza utuma batugirira icyizere.
Thank you very much. My name is Rwagasana Germain, a trainer from Lycée de RUHANGO-IKIREZI, trade, construction, sub-trade, masonry. Our intended courses of today is about elevations, as you can see there on the board. Now, let's start by seeing what is the objective, because any courses or any starting courses of course should have what we call objectives of these modules. At the end of this course, a learner should be able to distinguish the what is it, the bonding, and we have many bondings. So at the end of these modules, of course, a learner should be able just to distinguish those several modules, several bonding. Now let's start by knowing some materials to be used in order to make such bond. Our intended courses of today is about stretcher bond. So before entering in stretcher bond, of course we have to know the material to be used in order to make such stretcher bond. Now, tools and equipment used in order to make stretcher bond. Really, let's start by knowing this kind of materials. It is main kinds of materials, but let's try to underline some about. It is what we call building line, you know. Building line, it is just the line we are using in order to straight our bricks at the side. Now, tape measure. Of course, as the name, it is tape measure. Of course, is taking some measurement on the side. It's and thrower. Thrower also is used at the site just to take a mortar, just to combine together different courses of this kind of bond. What else is spirit level? This spirit level is a tools used, of course, to check horizontality and verticality on the site. But this, what I can add on this spirit level, it is to be used for the small building. Where for the large one, we are using also advanced tools such as it is many tools we may use, of course, to make this kind of bond. Now, let's go on straight edges. Straight edges. Straight edges also is the material used, of course, to check the horizontality of a building of such kind of bonding. Now, it is main tools we may underline by using just for making this kind of bonding. Now, let's start by underlining equipments. The equipments we use in the bonding. Of course, we need wheelbarrow, of course we need dump level, theodolites, total station, etc. This one, our wheelbarrow is used, of course, just to move the materials to be used at the site. Whether this one, dump level, theodolites, total station also are used to check many things at the site. The horizontality, the straightness of something like that. Now, let us go on terminologies used in bonding. Some terminologies. Let's see some terminologies used in bricks laying. Now, it is what we call a bat. What is it, bat, in a bricks laying? Bat means a half of bricks. Once you are taking your bricks and you cut it into two parts, it means it is what we call a bat. Now, the second one is what we call 3/4 of bricks. As it is the name, of course, is taking the bricks and cuts 1/3 or for the full bricks. And what else is about what we call a stretcher, as our intended courses is. What is it, a stretcher? A stretcher, of course, is is said to be stretcher since the bricks is showing the longer parts of the bricks. To mean since the bricks is showing the longer face of the bricks, is said to be, this is what we call a stretcher. Whether for the header is said to be header bonds, of course, since the bricks is showing the shorter face of what? The shorter face of the bricks. How it is, of course, is like this. To mean the bricks is now going back where the shorter face of the bricks is this one, is what I mean. So this one is said to be stretcher, whether this one is said to be header. You see the difference between. And the practice, in practice we are saying, since you are taking 1/2 of stretcher is equal to a full header. What I mean is this one. Since we are taking one header, I mean 2 header plus 1. Since you are taking 2 header plus 1 is equal to 1 stretch. This one is 2. 2 header. This one is 1 centimeter of joints. Whether this one, it is a one full stretcher. One full stretcher. This is the meaning of this one. The other terminologies is what we call areas. What is it really, the areas? Means this is the edge of the bricks. This is the edge of bricks. What else is about what we call bed. What is it, bed? Bed, it is the bottom of bricks which is ready to receive which is receiving the mortar. So what is it, mortar? Of course, it is the mortar is the cement we are using in construction. To make an homogeneous mass. Types of bond. Really, what is it, bond? Because in construction you have bond, of course in chemistry is bond. So what is it really, bond? bond is a construction in which a building unit, the building unit are arranged systematically of course to prevent a prolonging vertical joint. Vertical joint. Now this is what we call bond. It is many types of bond. There is what we call stretcher bond types. It is what we call stretcher bond. It is what we call heather bond. It is what we call English bond. English bond, etc. So our intended courses of today is about stretcher bond. So what is it, stretcher bond? The difference between those stretcher bond, a heather bond, English bond, and other bond. The difference between, as in definition I have said, the stretcher bond is said to be stretcher bond. It is in the arrangement of bricks, of course, where the bricks are showing the longer face of the bricks. So for the drawing, this is a full stretcher. This is a heather. So as definition, you see this kind of wall is showing, all the bricks are showing the longer face of bricks. To mean this bricks is what we call a stretcher bond. Now, it is other terminologies found on this. Here we have what we call toothing. Whether for this one is what we call lacking back. These are some terminologies also found on this bond. So for the stretcher is about like this. So by ending this theory to the practice, thank you for your kind attention to follow these types of bond called stretcher bond. Thank you very much. As I have said in the theory, of course, first steps is just to select your tools to be used. Here I have, among those tools I have said, is this spirit level to check the horizontality and verticality. Of course, this is what we call building line to see whether your things is well arranged, is well straight. And I have what we call tape measures, of course, to measure, to take some measurement on your site, on your building. So, and this one also, this is the special spirit level, of course, to check the horizontality and verticality, of course, for the building or the bonding, which is somehow big. So for the short, of course, you may use this one also, no problem. Simple as that. Only you have to know this is one is special spirit level, and this one is the spirit level, as you can see. Now, let us start by constructing stretcher bond. The first step, of course, is I suppose that before you construct the foundation, I suppose here is what you call on the foundation. The foundation is already built. So now, let's start by constructing, of course, of course, to check the horizontality, I have told you that you have to use this spirit level for checking the horizontality. Of course, I'm going to use it by checking also verticality. Now, of course, after constructing the first course, the second one should be, this one for the first one should be equal to the third one. So for the second, to mean that the problem is just putting this first course. After constructing two courses of any bond, of course the bond is already finished because the first is equal to the third. Whether for the second one is equal to what is the same like the fourth. So let's put another one. Okay, now this is the second course. This brick should just close this vertical joint between those two bricks. You see, whether if suppose you construct like this one, automatically you have just make a prolonging vertical joint between these bricks and this. So for closing this one, closing this vertical joint, of course the brick should be just constructed in this way. Then of course you take a measurement to check the verticality of your building. Of course it's like this. Then for checking this, like this. Also this here another brick here. Also should check what we call a building unit, whether this brick is equal to that one, to the other side. Here I have around 15, to mean that my building unit is equal around to 7. So also I have to check at this side in order to see your building very well leveled. And this side also should be measured to check verticality. The same to this. Then after putting those two bricks, of course I have to level them to see whether are well leveled. You see, it is well checked. You see, that's the meaning. Yeah, simple as that. Now, because we are constructing structure, of course we are going to fill our space. Even not is not done randomly. Of course, in case you have a building line, of course, you may put it here. Then you put your bricks by just referring to our difference point of those two bricks. So let's continue. The men should just make our mortar like this in order to prevent the dirtiness of our bricks. Because it is the small building, I may even use this one. I may even use this one, or I may use this special spirit level. You see how it is leveled by referring those to what? By referring those two bricks. Really, you construct those end wall, then just filling the bricks as you want. So let's continue. Of course, those bricks, or which is not well measured, you may just measure them in case you want just to show the good appearance at this side and the good appearance on this side. In case you want a good appearance at one side, of course, you measure to the first face. The second one just will be plastered. That's why one side should be just well measured. The first one should be well measured. The second one measured. Simple as that. That's it. Now, Yeah, I told you before. The first course, which is this one, is the same like the third one, the one what I'm going to put here. This second one is equal to what? Is equal to the fourth one, which is the same like this one. The way I have done this, it is the way I'm going to do this the third. The way I did this the second one is the same way I'm going to do the fourth. That's why I prefer to stop the by here. Thank you for your kind attention to follow my session.
Mubyeyi urifuza guteganyiriza umwana wawe ejo heza, gana mu mashuri ya apejerwa ariyo Lycée de Ruhango-IKIREZI hamwe na Emeru Intwari. Muri Lycée de Ruhango-IKIREZI tubafitiye amashami akurikira: Culinary Art cyangwa se ibijyanye n'ubutetsi, hari level 1, level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Food and Beverage Services tubafitiye level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Tubafitiye kandi Accounting cyangwa se ibaruramari level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Tubafitiye n'ubukanishi bw'amamodoka mu byiciro bikurikira: Auto Engine Technology level 3, Auto Transmission and Control System Technology level 4, Automobile Transmission and Control System Technology level 5. Tubafitiye n'ubwubatsi Masonry level ya 3, level ya 4 ndetse na level ya 5. Tubafitiye Tourism ubukerarugendo level ya 3, iya 4 ndetse n'iya 5. Turabibutsa ko tubafitiye n'icyiciro rusange Troncome. Naho muri Emeru Intwari tubafitiye amashami y'umwaka umwe akurikira: Automotive Technology ubukanishi bw'amamodoka level ya mbere, Hairdressing ubwiza no gutunganya umusatsi level ya mbere, Tailoring ubudozi level ya mbere, Masonry ubwubatsi level ya mbere. Muri aya mashuri yombi tubafitiye abarimu b'inzobere harimo n'abaturuka hanze y'igihugu. Tubafitiye kandi n'amacumbi y'abakobwa ndetse n'ay'abahungu. Abanyeshuri bacu bakora ingendo shuri mu gihugu ndetse no hanze yacyo. Tubaha umwanya wo kwimenyereza umwuga mu bigo bijyanye n'ibyo biga. Dukorera kandi graduation abanyeshuri basoje amasomo yabo. Aya mashuri aherereye mu mujyi wa Ruhango hafi ya gare. Ku bindi bisobanuro mwaduhamagara kuri 0788366219 cyangwa se 0722356668. Mwanaduhamagara kandi kuri 0788366213 cyangwa se 0788202285. Mwanadusura kuri website y'ishuri www.apejerwa.ac.rw. Umurimo ukozwe neza utuma batugirira icyizere.